discovered once I started writing, other friends of mine kind of pointed out that there was a symmetry to our dialogue to some degree or another. But the funny thing about Petty Chayefsky was it was almost via Petty Chayefsky that I actually realized that I actually was a pretty good writer, and maybe want to think about exploring this a little bit. Because how I actually kind of discovered writing dialogue is I used to be I'd be an actor, and I'd be in acting classes, and so part of your thing in acting classes is to drum up scenes to do. And I always wanted to do scenes from movies and stuff. And then I didn't have access to any scripts or anything like that. So I would like go and watch a movie, and then I could remember. I had a good memory, so I'd remember the scene. So I'd go home and write the scene down. And whatever I didn't remember, I would just fill in the blanks myself. Well, little by little, I would just start filling in more blanks and just kind of go off and do my own things and add to the scenes. That was my first attempt at writing dialogue with stuff like that. And I had forgotten I was doing a scene from Marty, Petty Chayefsky's Marty, in class. And I was talking to the guy I did the scene with, and he goes, I mentioned what I just mentioned. He goes, "Cat, Quentin, you're as good as Petty Chayefsky." I go, "What are you talking about?" "Well, remember when we did Marty, and all of a sudden there's this monologue about the fountain?" Yeah. "That's not in Marty, that's you." You gave me your handwritten version. I actually have Marty at home, and I go, there's no fountain, there's no monologue about a fountain in this scene. But it fit in perfect with the scene, and I was like, "Well, it's just as good as the Patty Chayefsky stuff." And it was him. His name was Ronnie Coleman, and when he said that, it was like the first ding, little tiny dinner bell, like the one around on the side of a table, ding, ding, ding. All right, it was the first little ring that was like, oh, maybe I should pay attention to this. Maybe I should explore this a little bit more.
He could justify what he was doing, but his life is evidence from they're probably a lower middle class family, a candle maker. They always had food on the table, but his autobiography is worth its weight in gold many times, because he explains how you can introduce the highest level curriculum imaginable to 10, 11-year-old people. That he and his friends decided that without mastering high-level written prose, their opportunity, he's 11 years old, and they say, how are we going to get a big-time literary style when nobody, They take the New Yorker magazine of the day, the Tatler and the Spectator, read by only the most hoity-toity, and they rewrote the articles in their own words, and then would present the rewrite to strangers and say, "Pardon me, sir, could you tell me where this article might have come from?" And when everyone said, "Oh, that's Tatler or Spectator," they knew they had mastered that. Come on, they wouldn't do that at Harvard, Yale, and Princeton. These are 11, 12-year-old boys. And he's doing it while he's working a 60-hour week at labor. And he's putting capital aside for his own business by selling beer to the printers at their lunch hour. How does he get to do that? Goes to the owner of the print shop and he says, "Look, you're letting these guys go for lunch. Some of them are coming back woozy. Some of them are not coming back at all. Let me bring the buckets of beer in, make a penny, and they'll be chained to the machine." That's Ben Franklin, mind you.